Hey, everybody. Welcome to Disc Golf Chat. Uh, is this the first one? No, we did have one other one earlier this year, but this is the one that's going to tell you who's going to do everything in 2022 and then just pick someone else to do all the good stuff because we don't have a clue, but it's going to be fun. Jason, what do you know good?
I like Discraft.
There, no. Derek, what do you know good?
Everything I do ain't no good.
That's actually very accurate. I mean, both of you doing it so accurate. Todd, what do you know good?
I know some good stuff that my wife tells me to do. Learning how to be a husband is basically, do what you're told, and everything's happening.
It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve.
I'm 7 months into it. If anybody needs some advice, I know.
Is she listening, or is anyone in your family listening that can tell her about it?
I think she's in the other room there. I ain't scared.
All right. you just act like it's your mom, and all is fine.
Yeah, you can tell it's been 7 months. You're not scared.
All your electronics will be taken away. They've already taken away all of your disc golf time.
It happens.
All right, guys. 2022 is upon us. They had the All-Star stuff this past week. I don't understand the purpose of that. Does anyone have a clue the purpose of that All-Star thing?
Well, I think they're trying to be like the major sports out there and do something. But honestly, like NBA and Pro Bowl and all that stuff, it's kind of pointless as well. So I think it's losing its steam in every sport.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's just like, to me, is that supposed to be for the All-Stars from last year or who they think are going to be All-Stars this year?
What was the criteria?
I have no clue.
I don't remember.
Because I know a few of the top-tier players stepped out of it. So, like Paul, Ricky, I think it was one or two more that didn't participate. So a few other people like Ulibarri, he got in it, and one of my picks for this year to really improve, Rebecca Cox, she was in it this year as well. So I mean, it was fun to watch the little thing they had, like the team Paige versus team Katrina, team was it Eagle versus Calvin, yeah, team Calvin. So that was fun to watch.
I watched some of it, yeah. I watched the distance. I watched the putting, most of it. Heather Young was really good. She's one of my favorites.
Young, she's underrated.
Yeah. And I didn't get to watch much of the stroke play, but I saw some highlights. And I was actually watching it live when Nico hit that shot. Did you see that?
500 and some odd feet ace. Gave everybody on earth a high five and then took off running.
I like him. He's a controversial player, but I like him.
I wouldn't want to play with him, but I would want to be there watching him.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
You don't want to play with somebody that loses their mind a lot when they're playing, with lots of profanatisms, jumping and side kicking stuff. You don't want that.
No, we play with Jason.
Who does?
What? I would never suggest such a thing.
I've never played with Jason, so.
Earplugs, Todd. Earplugs. Yeah, we gotta get out sometime and have the four of us play around. That'd be fun to record. So, 2021. Do you want to start with? Go ahead, Jason.
I said I'm subdued when anybody else is with us. You get to see everything.
Thank you. Thank you. No, Derek got to see you get mad, threaten to quit, cuss a little, smash a disc on a stump.
Have you ever chucked any discs in like in the ponds or lakes or anything?
We haven't we haven't played at a place where there's a pond.
Well, I mean, like on purpose, like in anger.
We haven't played at a place where there's a pond.
But Shannon did throw 3 discs in a row into that cesspool on hole 10 at
10. Yeah.
Brody was talking about on one of their podcasts that some guy saw him where he was on his practice round, ran like a pretty significant distance, yelling his name, got him to sign like a real beat up roach, he said, and then turned around and just slung it into the pond and then like flicked him off or something because he was just hating on him. And Brody was like, I've never in my life seen that.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Got him to sign it, said thank you, and then just chucked it.
You know what? He said thank you. You know what? After that, whatever.
Best story ever right there.
That is awesome. You know what? I want to end the podcast right now.
That's trolling.
You're not going to do better than that.
He went through a lot of effort. He said he was running, trying to catch up to him.
Okay, you know what? That leads to this question. Is there a player that you would do that to?
No. Not me. I don't think I'm able to do that.
I'm pretty sure I know who your pick would be, Daryl, but I'm not going to say it on the live stream.
Todd McFarlane. Oh, wait a minute. No, Todd McFarlane is a cartoon is a comic book artist. No, there's honestly no one I would, but there's a few players that do a few things that really annoy me. Like there's some players that they're here local. When I watch their videos, they're throwing this so absurdly far, and then they're complaining that a 400+ foot hole. Like, why is that a par 4? That should be a par 3. And I'm just like, how many of us is that a legitimate par 3 consistent? I mean, how many of us are we doing that? A 400+ foot hole. Oh yes, you're pointing at yourself, Todd.
Not me.
Yeah.
I've never thrown 400. Well, I threw downhill 400. Hey.
Yeah, I mean, if it's into the Grand Canyon, I got a shot. But I mean, it's just like, most players are if they're getting to that 300-foot mark, that's a long ways. And there's like, well, this one's only 420 uphill. This should be a par 3. No, it shouldn't on your local course.
But it's not that far uphill either.
No, for you again. I mean, for pros on the pro tour on pro level courses, agreed. But when you play like your local courses, like Lynchburg College over here, and there's a hole, it's like 360 that's slightly uphill, and you're thinking, well, that should be a par 3. No, it shouldn't be a par 3.
Have you played any of the amateur tees on New London?
I've not played it because the reason I haven't played those is because when I first played it, I played on the long tees. I don't want to go down to the lower tees now.
Got you.
If I had started on the lower tees, then I wouldn't want to. What's that?
I said that on a couple of the holes, they do give a lot of distance. Like hole 2, that's probably 100 feet, if not more, off.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Where is the hole 6 amateur tee at, Daryl? I can't remember where that is.
Right there on the corner.
Oh, so you get the corner. You don't have to throw the corner then, okay. Which helps a lot, because then you just have a straight shot to throw it 10 or 15 times, however long it takes to get it to the basket. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
depends on how many times we throw it out of bounds on that hole too.
But no, one hole that I've always thought in Lynchburg, though, that I feel like should be a par 4 that's not. I think it's hole 4 at Sandusky, the one that's down on the creek. That's a hard one to hit to reach in 3 if you don't have a lot of distance. It's
especially
only like
for a lefty, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that really hurt because I have to throw over the creek and come back, or throw a straight shot. So
yeah, Or somehow if you could throw a monster Anheuser.
Well, yeah, but if I do that, I can put it in the creek. That's what I've done a bunch. I'm gonna do that
Hole
the other
4,
day with
did you
that
say?
meteor.
You said hole 4, right? You said hole 4,
Yeah,
right?
that's the one that's like all the way down the corner. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I was like,
one,
which one is hole 4? I was like,
you
right,
got
the first one,
trees in the
go
middle.
back over here. Here's this one. You go across the path. There's that little short one with all those little things in the way. Then that one, yeah. That's a long way to throw it because I thought it was a par 4 last time we played.
Yeah.
No. It's a 3. I've never birdied it.
Yeah, I put that meteor in the creek home. So not meteor. Yeah, the meteor. That was that one that.
Nice. All right. What do we think? First thing we'll talk about is players that change teams or sponsors this year. How do you think that's going to affect their games? And the ones that right off the bat that I thought of, and I feel like there's a whole list that I'm missing. Haley King, Katrina Allen, Kona Panis, Ricky Wysocki, Chris Dickerson, Nico LaCastro. Todd, you said Valerie
Mandahano. Matty O.
Oh, Matty O. I forgot he went to, was it Westside?
Yep.
So do you guys think it's going to make a big difference in their game, or do you think they're just going to kind of play that same game they've been playing?
Well, it's kind of like what we were talking about the other day with Paul. 4 championships with Innova and 1 with Discraft. So, I mean, I like Discraft, but it seems like Innova might have been a better place for him to be. So I don't know.
Innova's clearly a better disc. Derek, what do you think?
I think if they made a personal choice to switch, they saw something within the other company that would enhance what they were doing. I think they're still reliant on their physical ability, but I mean, not every disc is made the same. Not every plastic is the same. Not every mold is the same. Not every design is the same. So, I mean, I'm sure they saw something within that company that they felt like would enhance them.
Mm-hmm.
You remember Robbie C? He said something when he was on your podcast about like there's certain discs that you just can't repeat.
Yeah.
Between manufacturers, there's a bunch that you can find a replacement for. You might be able to find a fairway, understable fairway that you used to like with Discraft, and now DD has something similar. But I think like Ricky with the Harp, or maybe what's another famous disc?
What's the Harp
combo? What's
the Harp?
It's an overstable approach disc.
Because when I think of Ricky, I think Destroyer.
Right.
A lot of people like the Harp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going to have to replace that. But I think Ricky going to DD is probably the one I would say benefits the most because he's I don't know, he's just passionate, it seems like, about that plastic since he did win those 2 world titles with Latitude.
Mm-hmm.
But also being able to throw DD and such. So that's probably the biggest one. I don't know the other players' bags too well to know if they are going to miss a certain disc that they can't replace. But what do y'all think?
I think we'll know not this week. I think we'll know after about 3-4 weeks.
Yeah,
I think that's what it's going to take a little while to see if they really adapt to their new discs. And I think after a few weeks, you're going to say, "Uh-oh, somebody made a mistake."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would have to think that if they made these changes, they've had the disc in their hands long enough to know whether they made the right choice or not.
I think a lot of it has to do with dollar signs.
There's no way they're showing up at the first tournament and getting a new disc and say, "Here you go." There's no way.
Yeah. I mean, obviously they've had them for a month. Well, besides Nico, because Nico just signed last week.
But if they were doing their self due diligence and this company approached them for sponsorship to switch their team, I would think in my mind I would be like, all right, let's talk about it. Let's step back and think about it, and then show me what you have to offer me, and let me see if it even fits me. Does that make sense?
But I think one of the biggest things that some of them did was who's got the money,
Yeah, but why would the money make a difference?
because a lot of these people are not making a lot of money.
All right, all right. Let's just hypothetical. Um, Dynamic is offering me $100,000 this year. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
then let's go back to pick another disc. What's another one? Another company, Innova. Let's say
Mhm.
Innova is offering me $250,000. Okay, now monetarily, that's the better deal for me. But if I can't perform with Innova, how many years are they going to pay me to not perform? You see what I'm saying? It's not, if it doesn't fit me, it doesn't fit my hand, it doesn't fit my style, then what good is it? It's not money. To
Yeah.
me, that's a hardship.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I mean, I
definitely
guess
Now, if
agree
I
with
go out there, now if I take Dynamic at 100 grand for the year and I go out there and just flat out kill it, do you think next year they're going to offer me the same thing?
Well, but yeah, I also
They're
think
gonna
most of
bump
them
it up.
sign 3 to 5 year deals.
Right.
It's
Well, what
very
I'm
few of them
saying
are on
is
year to year.
they're not going to continue to pay you if you're not performing.
Well, think of it
Well,
this way: if you're, go ahead, Jason. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's the question though, because you take Paul Macbeth and he switched from Innova to Discraft, and he's the best in the world. So you would think he should be able to throw any disc. So the same question. Let's jump over to the golf world for a minute. What would Tiger Woods have done if he had played with Callaway instead of Nike? You would think he would still be just as good a golfer. It doesn't matter what club is in his hand.
No.
So that's the question. Does a disc really make that much of a difference? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Your equipment has got to make a difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just like when I was fishing in the kayak world, I was with Abu Garcia for years, and then I came on to Enigma fishing rods, and my performance went through the roof because that rod felt better to me. You see what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
the product does make a difference. Now, does it make a tremendous amount of difference? I think that falls back on the person. But
Right. Yeah.
it's got, to me, if they really thought about it and not just looked at dollar figures, and they were trying to do due diligence to their self and their reputation and their legacy, for lack of better words, in the sport, that they would have really put some thought process into it, as in, is this going to help me? What is this going to do for me besides pad my pocket?
Yeah.
Anybody can pad their pocket, but you're only going to pad it for so long before you're out.
Well, let's just use your hypothetical first of all. If one company said we'll give you 250,000 for 3 years, the other company says we'll give you 100,000 for 3 years. That's 450,000 over 3 years difference.
And
I mean, that's retirement money.
but what good is
100,000
it
a
if
year is not retirement money.
But what good is it if I go out here and I shank every one of them?
I think if you're not top tier, I think it does matter. I think if you are top tier, it's going to matter a whole lot less. What do y'all think about that?
It's possible. I still think the equipment has a lot to do with it.
Well, I was going to bring up the idea of still having a mixed bag, but then thinking about regular golf, they're not going to ever have a mixed bag. If somebody plays for TaylorMade, they're not going to have Callaway drivers and TaylorMade iron. They're not going to do that. So is there room in disc golf for that? I mean, it's a different sport. The setup different. So the question is, there room to have a mixed bag, have two sponsors? Why couldn't
Sign with
Innova
Trilogy.
and Discraft?
You sign with Trilogy,
exactly.
you got 3 companies right there.
Right, exactly. So
didn't Drew Gibson, didn't he sign to where he can have a mixed bag?
He's with Infinite, yeah. And then he has to throw EV7 putters.
Yeah.
So just the putter, but everything else he can just pick and choose, or is that how that works?
Infinite, yep.
And then I know on top of that, they made it so he can make a lot of money on disc sales as well and other things.
Oh yeah.
And Kona, her big selling point was apparently she's really big with social media, and they're trying to expand their social media, so they picked her up for that, which I thought was cool.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
there's better disc in each kind of company. Like, I think most people would probably say the best mid range would be the Buzz. A lot of people say the Buzz, the Discraft Buzz, is like the go-to disc. But I would probably say the best distance driver would be a Destroyer if they really want to get that 500-600 feet out of a disc. But I'm new to the game. I don't know everything.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's right.
Now, actually, I saw on somebody's channel today they had a list of the top 5 discs. They asked the people what they thought the top 5 discs were, and Buzz was number 1. Destroyer, I think, was number 2.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I was like, "Are you just saying the disc overall, or are you saying like a category, putter, mid, fairway?" It was just any disc. And I thought that was interesting.
I think where the equipment can really cause players maybe not to perform as well in their first year in a new company would be, you have some players that have certain discs that they really beat in or just make it fly a certain way, and you just can't produce that off a machine. So I don't know, like James Conrad, he had that old greenie or something. He had a name for it for Innova, and he threw that thing like a lot on tour. And so to replace that, I don't think he ever could. So he didn't, even though he won Worlds, he didn't really have a great season. I wonder how much of that equipment really affected it. But there are people that, like Ricky, Paul, etc., that they can go out there and probably beat you with a trash can lid or something too. But I mean, I think it's definitely a big factor.
One of the things I did find interesting about James was that even after that big shot at Worlds, he still has that disc in his bag. Hey, Drifter, what's up?
Oh, does he still have that Innova disc? It was a AVR, I think.
No, you're talking about the Envy. Are you saying he's still using that Envy he got with?
I mean, as through the end of last year, he was.
Well, I was talking about when he was with Innova, he had a green AVR that he threw.
Yeah, I'm just talking about last year's Worlds.
You're saying he found a replacement?
Big shot at the end that he beat someone else at the end. Oh, he beat Paul McBeth on the 18th. That disc.
I hate you.
But that disc he was still using as of the end of last year, which kind of surprises me. I mean, that thing I would be at home on my wall somewhere.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, I definitely would have hung that up, but
yep, exactly.
It's like you were saying, Todd. It's kind of hard to recreate the discs, and that's what makes this sport so different. It's because you can buy a Destroyer, you can buy Avenger SS or whatever it may be, and you think it's going to fly the same as head, and it doesn't. I mean, Daryl's been on a search now for the last 2 months of a Stingray that'll fly the way his original Stingray flies, and you can't find it. So it's interesting with the way you beat in a disc and all of that, and the numbers tell you something, but they still don't necessarily define how that piece of plastic is going to go. So. Anyway.
So, what do you guys think about this week? Should we talk about this week's tournament in Las Vegas or the year as a whole first? I'll let you guys decide.
Tournament first. Las Vegas.
All right, this week in Las Vegas, men's and women's. What do you think?
Who's going Matty O number 1?
Not me.
Let's see here.
Yeah, all 4 of us do play. Not very much, and we're not very good. Hey, watch some of our our play that we've recorded, and you'll realize, hey, the title, Two Amateurs Playing Disc Golf, is very appropriate.
I like to throw it into the ground, evidently. So
I've been doing that a lot lately.
I like to throw it straight up in the air as far and high as I can throw it. So.
Oh, okay.
I started playing first time was about in 2006, but I stopped until last year when Todd was like, "Hey, you want to go play?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go play." So it was last April when I kind of got back into it. Thanks, Todd.
Yep.
So you know what? Go around real quick, and then we get back to the tournament. When did you start playing, Jason?
May of this year.
Of
Or
last year.
actually. Sorry. Yeah.
In May. In a few months, I'm going to start.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be better.
Derek.
it's if I had to guess, it's probably been about 4 years.
Nice. Todd.
I was introduced in 9th grade. Played that year with some friends who were in it, but about 10 years went by that I didn't play, and then I got back into it. I think of fall of 19. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Picking men's is a crapshoot. Any of like 20 guys can win that. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, for the most part, this course is so roller and hyzer friendly. You gotta think somebody like Eagle, Calvin.
The first one, I'll go and say that I was picking Eagle for this tournament.
I think I will too. He looks.
If it's a long course, yeah.
He's injured though. I don't know. Is he going to have his sidearm?
He said the All-Star thing. He said he was not throwing any forehands for that, and he actually threw a few left-handed.
Yeah,
so he wouldn't have to throw a forehand. So I'm sure he's not going to be 100%, kind of like Simon was for about a good year.
I mean, maybe that hinders it. I'd like to see Calvin get a win right off the bat because he really didn't have a true win last year. He had that tie with Ricky at one of them, I think. Great Lakes or one of them.
Yeah, because they settled it the next week in a 1-round playoff.
Who won that?
Calvin.
Calvin did.
Because Ricky had the trophy in his truck, and he went by and picked up the trophy after the round.
Oh, so Calvin gets to keep the trophy because of that?
Yeah. I don't think it counts officially, but I think they did that just to say like who really won. I guess that's what they did.
That's pretty. Yeah, I wanted to watch that.
What does Brody's serious play look like? Because watching his foundation videos, it just looks like he's still not there. I mean, is he in the position yet? I mean,
now, what do y'all think?
I don't watch Brody, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen him play a serious round in a while. He's doing all these foundation videos and stuff like that. I mean, great, but
doing trick shots and stuff like that. Yeah, cool, whatever. But as far as serious play, I don't follow him.
I've always been surprised. I've seen him live, Battle for Bedford, and
there.
He's weird. He's quiet and he's like focused, and he doesn't do all this goofy yelling and all of his weird crap like that. So he gets into this like zone where he is really professional and focused. And I don't know. I mean, last year before he got, what did he have?
Awesome.
Oh, I didn't read that. But
he said Eagle is the Ricky Bobby of disc golf. If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah, well, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I think Brody will surprise people again. I think he will.
I think he's I think he's a long thrower. If you have a wide open course where distance is a premium, he can be there. Otherwise, if it's tight, I don't think he's going to be a final card guy. I don't even know if he's going to be the first chase card. I think he might be a few cards down. Top 15, 20 guy. I just don't see it yet.
Yeah,
I mean, he's new to the sport. I mean,
Yeah, but
He's-
I mean, as much hype as he has with it, I know he's doing he's doing the skins game. Eagle, Ricky, Scott Stokely, and Brody, and I'm just thinking, I don't think Brody's gonna win a skin.
those guys, that's going to be tough. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be running it for, podium chase card. But I think he's good, and I think he deserves to at least be, in the talk. And there's an article I think on Upshot or Ulti World or something about how Brody has to basically get him a win like this year to prove his hype, and I don't really agree with that, but that's just me.
Maybe not a win, but at least a top 5 finish. Has he had a top 5 finish?
No.
Did he not have one at that one that was on the golf course? Or was he? I know he's on the lead card for one round, and then he was on like the second card, maybe third card.
Was he even top 5 at Battle for Bedford?
Mm-mm.
No.
Yeah,
Really?
I didn't think so. I mean, he played.
I don't think so.
He played on the lead card with Paul the first day, but
Yeah.
I mean, I know he was struggling a lot that day. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough course, though. I mean,
that's my biggest thing. If it's a tight course, I just don't think he's got the accuracy for long distances. Without social media, no one would care about Stokely. Good guy, but yawn. He does seem like a good guy. I knew nothing about Scott Stokely until I saw him on a video with Simon Lazat.
He's got a lot of good educational stuff, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to learn how to play the game, you probably ought to watch his videos.
Yeah.
So
Brody Smith is actually tied for 5th in Battle for Bedford.
Really?
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Wow. I would have thought different on that.
What do you think? Higher or lower?
I would have thought he'd have been lower on the leaderboard. Well, for higher, I guess, on the leaderboard, closer to second or third, being that he's came to this area and friend with Paul and all of that stuff. You would think he'd have spent more time on it.
Mm-hmm.
He had a bad first round, scored a
Yeah.
71, and then got better, 69, and then he had a really good last round to bump him up to 5th. So he was really not going to finish top 10 until that last round.
Well, you know what happened, don't you?
What?
Huh?
I was there at the first round, and he was trying really hard to impress me.
Oh,
He
he's
was. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, I'm sticking with it. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Just saying. First shot on hole
Yeah,
one
he's
into
doing
the
fine.
trees.
But the thing is, before his injury, he was top 32. He was going to be in the DGBT championship.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think him being in that at the end of the year, that to me is the goal for him. I don't see him being a top 10 guy yet.
Mm-mm.
And the thing that I think goes against him also is his age. He's not 22, 23. He's in his mid upper 30s, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that
Yeah,
goes against him as well.
I think he's a couple years older than I am, yeah.
Well, you're old.
That's why I can't make it on the pro tour, because I'm old.
Yeah.
Yeah, you young whippersnappers.
Yeah.
So, did everybody pick for this week? I know me and Todd, we both picked Eagle.
I don't feel good about it.
Well, then pick somebody else. I don't mind.
Calvin.
I won't stop you.
Calvin.
Calvin? Okay. Jason, who you picking? Just go
I
ahead and
haven't
say
even
it,
been-
Jason.
Okay, I'll just say Paul. I know that's what you want me to say.
I knew that's what you were going to say. It didn't matter what I wanted in life. I knew that's what you were going to say.
He's not.
Like, oh, well, let me
Is it a
think.
bad
This is
bet?
so difficult.
He's not playing.
Huh?
He's not playing?
He's not in this tournament. No.
He's not in it as far as the
Fine
roster
then.
went.
Not gonna be Paul then.
I thought he was
what?
in it. I thought he just skipped the All-Star thing and he was going to be in this tournament.
He's
I
missing
don't
a
think
few.
so.
He's missing a few tournaments. It might be his foundation thing or something, but
Wow.
I'll look up his tour schedule real quick on Instagram.
That's interesting. I thought he was going to be in. Okay.
I'll pick the wild card and go with Brody. He's gonna come out the
Okay.
gate and get his first win.
There you go.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
Brody going to be in it now? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Derek,
Okay,
who you
Hunter
picking?
Thomas then. Trevor. I picked Trevor.
Hey, if Trevor can just sink a couple putts, he's in.
Some
Let me
days he must.
see.
Oh yeah. We know that because Foundation is actually local here, so yeah, we were definitely in on that one.
But we
Oh,
were
yeah, we
talking
all
about
know about that.
we were talking about Paul Macbeth, the Foundation. That's a different company from Foundation Disc Golf. So
Paul's first tournament is the Memorial, March 3rd, and then Waco.
okay.
Waco.
Memorial's not Pro Tour, but Waco I think is.
Derek, who you picking?
I was trying to find the roster again. Hold on.
He's not going to that first major championship.
He's not gonna make that mistake that I just made.
So what's okay? I mean, Paul's skipping the entire season. Okay.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, he's going to Europe. Like
Oh,
those.
no, give me Wazaki. Is he playing?
Yeah, that's a good
Yep,
pick.
he's playing.
Yeah, give me him.
Is Yuli playing?
Ulibarri, yeah, he's playing. He was the first one on the list.
All right, well, I'll switch my pick to him then.
Oh no, we ain't switching.
I'll let you know on the final round on hole 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking.
He's like, ever who makes the last shot is who I'm picking to win the tournament.
Yeah, see, I told y'all.
AB, yeah.
AB, last year I thought he was going to make some strides. He had didn't he win a tournament last year?
Maybe an A tier.
Oh, you know what? I think that's the tournament he was leading late, and I think he ended up losing it late. That was the tournament on that golf course, actually. But he's a guy that I think he's got a ton of talent, and he just, I don't know.
How old is he? Like 22 or something? 21?
Let me see if he's on the list. Anthony, let's see.
I got a question for you.
Mhm.
I was just looking at the Disc Golf Pro Tour and about this coming up weekend or whatever, and it says that the qualification criteria is the top 75 men from 2021 DGPT standings. Then it's the top 25 women from 2021. Why is there such a difference?
It's usually not that many women that enter tournaments.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
That's the sad part. I mean, I don't know if it's still as bad as it was, but I know Todd was telling me there have been some tournaments where there was only like 5 women entered.
But then it said that there was 10 MPOs and only 5 FPO European exemptions.
European exemption? What does that mean?
I guess that means they're allowed to play from overseas. I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
Wait, does that take away Thomas Gilbert? Oh, come on. Like last year, every tournament I looked at to see where people was from, he was the only one that was not an American every event. Well, not literally every event, because Simon Lizotte was in a bunch of them too.
He had to go back to Canada every few months because of his visa, and he just traveled back down just to stay in the U.S.
Hey, Jason, when you went away and come back, did you pick someone else for this week to win?
Yeah,
Not yet. No.
it says here.
Big John playing.
Scott Stokely's playing.
Is he? Because I thought he wasn't signed up yet.
Yep, I saw him on here.
But it does say on. It does say on here the DGPT has set aside the following spots for European competitors in the Tour Card program: 10 MPOs and 5 FPOs. I wonder why there's such a difference. I mean, that's 5 people.
Yeah, it's almost half as many.
I guess they have to make some kind of ratio based on the amount of FPO players. I don't know.
It's just odd. It just seems lopsided.
Mm-hmm. Worlds needs to have slots for every country.
I agree.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely. You can't have Worlds if you just got 2 countries.
Yep. Exactly. I would like to see. I would like to see some Worlds being playing in other countries.
Yeah.
I know they played it once in Canada, but other than that, it's always been in America. I think it's just one year in Canada. I believe I'm right about that.
Yeah, why is it always got to be here?
It's America, man. America.
You're talking about a world tournament, not an American tournament.
Don't you really
how widespread is it, though? I know there's a lot of European countries that play.
European is huge.
Are there Asian countries or, African countries?
There's a guy named Jackie Chen, not Chan. Chen that is playing, and he's from Thailand. He's playing in Las Vegas.
Right.
I did see that.
Mm-hmm.
To me, if it had to be in another country, I would say, Finland or Estonia?
I was going to say countries. Yeah.
Yeah, after all, if COVID goes away, I guess it would be better for European World Championship because with COVID regulations, I don't know if you get all the players over there.
New Zealand Worlds.
Yeah, New Zealand. That would be pretty awesome. It's big in New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of places in New Zealand. There's a lot of big teams over there.
I do remember watching a tournament. It wasn't live. It was just last year from a few years back that I watched it. And they were in Australia, and it was so hot. When they would get to the disc, the plastic was getting kind of gummy. It's like, yeah, we need to pick a different time to play.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be out there playing if it's that hot.
Let's see. Thailand and Malaysia disc golf is awesome in January. Nice.
Has he been or?
Yeah. Have you been there or what? Because that's interesting. I would like to. That'd be cool to see tournaments played all over. I really do think the main reason it's been in America all the time is because the money wasn't there yet. And I think as more money gets put into it, for everybody to be traveling all over, I think it will change.
It might be like what the other countries might be what disc golf needs to get to that point of, more outside sponsorships coming in, bringing the purses up, for tournaments and all that stuff. Because here in the U.S., it's just disc sales and maybe merch sales. And wow, he went to Thailand.
Nice, very cool.
He played Thailand. That's impressive.
Cool.
he was against Thailand when he won.
Nice. I don't know. That's just my guess on it. Maybe that's why it's always been in North America for Worlds, because most of the players are in America. Maybe that's what it is. But I think especially European players, I really think that, and as he said, New Zealand, I think that would be cool.
I'm excited about this tournament. What's it called? Las Vegas.
Vegas.
Because there's 3 from Canada, Denmark, 2 Estonia, Finland, and Iceland. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from Norway, 1 Sweden, and 1 Taiwan.
Yeah, Tartar. Where's she from?
That was MPO.
Estonia,
yeah.
Let me look up FPO.
Oh wait, Kristen is playing in this tournament.
Yes, sir, she is. I've already picked her.
I didn't. You can't pick her because whoa,
Whoa. I said it first.
on.
I said it first.
No, you can pick her, but here's the thing. I'm going with Henna. I didn't know Henna was going to be in this tournament.
Yeah, she is.
Wow, this tournament just picked up, ladies and gentlemen.
Have you seen the lead card for FPO?
I'm looking at on the list now. You got Paige, Kristen, Henna, Evelina,
That's
Haley,
lead card.
Sarah, Katrina, Own, Missy, Heather. Oh my goodness.
You got all the big girls out there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Kona, Paige, all of them are there.
Wow. This is a world event this weekend. Oh my goodness. I honestly almost want to buy the network just so I can watch this entire event. Almost.
Almost.
Hey, Jason, buy it and send me your password so I can watch it.
Okay, I can do that.
No,
How much is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, just send it around to us. We'll all watch it. Talk about
Yeah.
it.
Let's see.
I don't think that young kid.
Yeah, anyone not picking Paige is a drunken fool. I don't drink, but
He's got a point. Paige
Yeah.
is on her game, and he's got a point.
here's the thing.
Well, I've always gone with the underdog or the lesser of the evils.
The underdog. Kristen, the underdog.
Well, compared to Paige, I mean, let's put it where it belongs. I mean,
Yeah. Kristen come over was in 5 tournaments, won 3 of them.
yeah. Well, she'd have a hard time catching Paige at this early.
Yeah. Watching Paige in the match play, she was throwing. She was on target, and I think she still lost to Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, no. They tied. She did not lose. They tied.
Head to head.
But,
Didn't she lose in the
they lost the overall.
No, didn't Paige?
Katrina won the overall, but
I thought Paige lost the stroke play.
I thought they tied. I might be wrong on that. I thought they tied.
Yeah.
She might have, because I know she missed the Mando on 18. But she was playing really well. Katrina looks amazing. You know, she always works out, but she's coming into this season. She looks really fit. She looks ready to go too. Haley did not look good at all. She was
Really?
all over the place. So if anybody wants to take Haley, you can pick her in 3, 2, 1. And no one picked Haley.
Well,
Poor Haley.
she's throwing that Innova stuff.
No, that's the good stuff. Okay, Jason, on the ladies' side, who are you picking?
Honestly, I gotta go with Paige. And Land, so gotta go with Paige.
There you go.
Wagon rider.
Todd, who you picking?
It's not going to be Paige. So I'll say I want to go with. I know Derek took her already. Can I agree with Derek? Can me and him?
Yeah, you can join with me, Todd. We'll win. We got it.
I think Kristen will still beat Henna and Evelina and Paige. The Duchess?
The Duchess.
Who is the Duchess?
That is a good question, but I just like hearing the Duchess. The Duchess loves the woods.
Are one of these like royalty?
When I read that, it reminds me of an episode of Seinfeld because everything goes back to Seinfeld. She's a mutta. Her mother was a mutta.
Oh yeah.
Who's the Duchess?
I don't know.
The Duchess of Estonia? Kristen?
Yeah. She's good in the woods.
Mm-hmm. I mean, when I look at the list, I'm just because I just really thought it was just the Americans and maybe 1 or 2 other people, but I'm just like, wow. I would much rather watch the women than the men this week. Looking at this lineup,
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man,
it'd be a tighter play.
I really think if Evelina, when she was in the European Open, where she just forgot how to throw a putt, I mean, she fell completely apart. She was up 12 strokes at one time, or 14 strokes at one time, and just completely collapsed. Couldn't make anything. I think I'm going Henna. I feel like Henna is my pick. And I feel bad for not taking Kristen or Katrina, but I think or Missy, because I think Missy to me is Miss Consistency out there when she's playing.
Missy Cannon.
Yeah, Missy Ann, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. I wish I hadn't seen that now. Now I'm like, come on, let's play already.
When's it start? Thursday?
Is it Thursday or Friday?
I don't know.
It starts on the 24th. So that is Thursday.
No. The 24th, yeah, you're right. It starts
It's
Thursday.
a 4-day event, and
Yeah,
it
you're
ends
right. You're right.
the 24th through the 27th.
My bad.
They're doing 4 rounds then instead of 3.
Holly Finley, you noobs.
Holly Finley, yeah.
That's freaking awesome. I love it. You're not wrong.
She's been working hard this off season, she says.
Mm-hmm. Rebecca Cox, she's somebody I'm really hoping plays, makes it to the championships at the end. This was it 16. Do they wait a minute? They don't do the championships for the women, do they? Like they do the men.
Do what? The Pro Tour Championship?
Yeah, where they have like the 32.
They have 16, yeah.
They 16? Okay. Rebecca, I hope Rebecca makes it there. And I hope Ella Hansen, I hope she makes it there at the end of the year too.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm just a big Heather Young fan for some reason. I pull for her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a Prodigy guy or anything. I don't know. She's cool. Paige and Paul are the 2 players you don't want to see in second. Yeah, that's true. Well, Paul, or if Paul's on chase card, he'll win a tournament on chase card.
Yep. He was when he played for Innova.
I mean, I agree with that statement. I just get tired of hearing about them, to be honest with you. There's too many other people.
The only reason I don't like hearing about Paige is if she doesn't win a tournament for a couple of weeks, what happened to her?
Yeah.
Sometimes other players just play a little bit better for that week. It happens.
She was player of the year, in my opinion.
Who actually won player of the year? Was it Katrina?
Missy.
Oh, that's right. Because she won. Yeah, they gave it to us. She won the last 2 events, really.
Hunter says it's recency bias.
Yeah, we've seen it.
It wasn't Hannah McBeth. Should be Hannah McBeth, but it wasn't.
Well, that's a legitimate argument right there.
Hence on the argument.
She saw me throw my best shot on hole 5 ever at Peachfield. Insane.
There you go. Who do we think is going to win the player of the year on each side?
It's too early to tell.
I know, that's why you predict.
Are you
Come on, Nostradamus.
Are you saying Europeans will be here most of the season?
I didn't say they would. I didn't say they wouldn't. I said, who do you think will win it this year?
Kristen Tatar.
I don't think she's going to be around all year. She's got children's and everything.
I'm interested to see what Yuli's going to do this year. It seems like he's focusing on his game, and he's got the game.
Is he?
There.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want him to do better. I just feel like he's reached the point now where he's happy finishing 15th.
He's making money with commentary and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he's got so many things on his plate.
I think Paul might be getting to that point too, where he's not focused too much on.
That's the best statement all night, right there.
Oh, come on. My best buddy's wife talking bad about her.
Hannah,
Hey, know your role.
I would like to see her out there playing more. I just don't think she can compete with the top girls out there.
I think she's riding that name.
Neither can I.
Well, I mean, needless to say, I can not.
What were we saying? I forgot.
I was like, wait, did anybody pick MPO Player of the Year?
MPO?
Male Player of the Year, yes.
I mean, I said Yuli, but I don't know. Y'all shot me down on that. So
I didn't shoot you. That's your
you
pick.
pick Yuli for everything.
huh?
Why not? Why not Big Germ? Why did Big Germ hate?
I like Big
Does
John.
he even play tournaments anymore?
You see him as much in a tournament as you do Ulibarri.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Nah, I like Beverly. I love listening to those guys with Nate Sexton. Gosh, I love listening to them commentate. That is so good. Okay, so Jason, you're legitimately you're going Yuli.
I don't know. Yeah, I will stick with that for right now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to say, but I just don't. I do agree he's just not there yet. So.
All right, Derek.
Yes, sir.
Who you picking? Valerie Jenkins.
That's good. Who did I pick for the weekend? Wazaki?
Yeah.
Yeah, I take that for the year.
Ricky Wasaki.
I ride him for the year.
All right.
I think
Switching discs is going to bring him the title.
It's possible.
I mean, he's got so much talent. I'm picking someone else, but it's not easy to pick against him. That's for sure.
It's not far out, no.
Mm-hmm. Todd's picking Paul Macbeth. So
I'm actually going to go with Ricky. I think
what?
I think he is. Me and Derek are on the same wavelength, but he's so just. I think he's the most passionate about this game right now, and he's so dedicated, and he wants to be better than Paul.
Yeah.
And he is trying to do that. He's with the contract, with his play, with his social media. I guess the social media he's got Paul beat, but I mean, mostly with his play, and I think he's just more passionate about it. Focus more on the tournaments. I think Paul has so much on his plate. He's not going to be able to win as much as he'd probably like to, but yep.
That's wow. Because I know how big a fan you are of the Raptor legs.
Oh, tired of hearing of Saki Bomb and Raptor legs all the time. Gosh. I give it to Ricky. He's good and he's passionate and he's doing a lot. But yeah, I don't want to see him win. He's probably a great guy, but
I want to pick Dickerson, but I just don't know how many tournaments he's going to play outside of the East Coast.
oh, he's going. He talked about that on, was it Nick and Matt? He's
I don't
going.
know. I didn't watch Nick and Matt. Is
Yeah.
he playing full season?
He's playing most of the season. Yeah, he's going out west. He's going to be in several of those.
Nice. One of the top guys moved to Whammo.
Yeah.
Drifter, you are one of my heroes, man.
That would be hilarious to watch him play with that.
Nico, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm going with Calvin.
I would like to see that.
Listening to him on some of the videos, that dude is hilarious.
Did you see the draft, the All-Star draft?
I did not actually see it now.
He was hilarious on that too. Because Eagle had a paper and he was like figuring out who's going to pick and why he's going to pick it. And Calvin's like, who's next on? Who's going? Okay, hey, yeah, let's just go with Adam. Adam, what do you want to do? Okay, sure. He was just like, whatever, and then he wins the whole thing.
That's nice. Yeah, he's man. I mean, now you're telling me that Dickerson is going to play a full season. Man, it makes me want to change my mind, but I'm not. I'm going with Calvin.
I'd like to
think I'm going with Calvin. I mean, but when I look at it, there's a long list of people that definitely can win it all this year. So
none of
Kyle Klein could come out of nowhere and take it.
Mm-hmm.
Stokely's playing a full season.
Okay, Jason just picked Scott Stokely to win it all. There you go. There you go.
Good job,
Will
Jason.
Stokely at the end of the year be ranked higher than Paul Ulibarri?
You might have to have a couple of joints replaced, but we'll see what happens.
Wow, that hurts me a little bit to hear you say such a thing. Me with my hip replacement.
Well,
was
he's old as you are.
Yes, you would.
He would play with a boomerang if they paid him enough. And then he would get mad because he kept coming back to him.
It might help him. He can't get mad when it comes back.
Oh, he would get mad. All right, on the women's side, who we picking for the championship? Did we pick anybody?
We picked championship.
Oh, we already did that.
We haven't picked the player of the year.
Women's player of the year.
I don't think. Did we, Todd?
I mean, I said Kristen
No,
because I'm just in utopia world where.
Yeah, I got Kristen all year, so I mean, whatever.
There you go.
The utopia.
I'm going with Kat. So there you go.
I think Kristen's got something to prove.
What'd you say, Jason?
But Haley King's also an option. So
she's an Innova girl, so you might want to pick her.
Well, when Haley's on and she has a really good weekend, she's pretty competitive. But I don't think she's consistent enough.
Yeah, when she's on, I think she's almost unbeatable.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I mean, when she's not on, she's not on.
She's off.
That is expert commentary right there.
Is she throwing to the trees on the left on hole one at LC? You're saying?
Yes. Non-returning boomerangs. They call them sticks. There you go.
Good one.
All right. Overall, you know what I wish they would do? I just thought of this about 3 weeks ago, and I'm just now bringing it up now. In Formula One, they have the Constructors Championship for the best team.
Right.
I wish they would do that in disc golf.
That would be cool.
Like who has the best players from a sponsorship, they get points for it. At the end of the year, the sponsor gets a trophy. I think that would be a really cool thing too. So it would mean something to be on a team. Huh?
I don't think we need to give the sponsors trophies. I like this race, but
I think they do. I think they do.
So.
I think they do. I mean, you know they will lose to Innova. That's why you say they don't need one.
Daryl, I've got Raw on right now. Logan Paul is on WWE.
I am not watching that.
That hurts me greatly. Why is there on Miz TV?
It's to get money. That's why. I mean, he bought a $3.5 million box of Pokemon cards that were fake.
And he's trying to stare down Rey Mysterio.
No one cares about that. We're talking about a sport here.
Go back to disc golf.
Do you know Madison Walker went to MVP?
I knew she went somewhere. I didn't know where she was going. When is Paige? Is it Paige Shue? No, is her name Shue now? When is she coming back?
I don't
Because
know.
I think I know she played something with the Macbeths this year. I mean, like about a month ago. So maybe she's coming back full time.
I hadn't heard a thing about it, but that would be another addition to a field that's growing.
Is that her name now? Paige Shue?
Yeah, Shue. That's her married name.
Okay, because I knew it changed. I couldn't remember if that was her new name or not. So I would like to see her back, but I will tell you this: she's tiny.
Is she?
She is tiny. You see her beside her husband and beside Paul, like, wow, she is tiny. Okay, one last thing, and then we'll take off. Who is on each side? Who is someone you think is going to kind of come out of the pack?
Yes, Buzz all day. I'm sorry.
Who is the player on the men and women's side you think is going to step up this year?
Who you want?
Anybody can go first.
Gannon Burr.
That's actually who I was going to pick on that side.
Yep, Gannon Burr is really good, and I think he's going to be contending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that myself.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking down the list of some of the guys, and I'm looking at Kale LaVisca. That's a pretty good player too. Kale.
So
I'm not a big fan of eating kale, but that's
All right, I'm gonna go real dark.
Yuleberry.
I think, yeah, not yearly. I do think he'll make some strides this year. So.
Who did you say?
What'd you say, Jason?
Who'd you say, Paul?
I think Brody's gonna make some strides this year.
Oh, that would be cool.
I'm going really far out on a limb. I think this Paul Macbeth kid, I think he's could be all right.
I think he can be something one day.
Yeah. Let's see. AB and Finley. Holly Finley, I would like to see her. That'd be cool. AB, I'd like to see him because he's got that big head of hair.
Yeah.
It makes me jealous because I don't have hair much anymore.
It's because you're old.
Oh, that's it. That's what her name used to be.
Berserker.
Paige Berserker.
Berserker, yes.
I think I'm. Wow, I literally forgot the lady's name. Oh my goodness, I feel bad now. Hold on, don't go anywhere.
Ella
Go
Hansen.
down the list.
Ella Hansen.
No.
I'm gonna go read on the FPO. I'm gonna go with Haley.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna go with.
Haley King.
I'm gonna go with Haley.
Yeah.
I think she's due a good year.
She did. Didn't she win the season championship last year?
I don't remember what she won, to be honest with you.
I'm pretty sure she won the season championship last year. She's a dark horse.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Haley for the FPO. And
Okay, I'm going Rebecca Cox. I like watching her play, and I think she's gonna step up this year. I really do.
I think it's time that Haley gets her act together.
Mm-hmm.
I guess my pick for FPO might not be dark horse, but she hasn't had really a tour like an elite series win or elite tournament win.
Mm-hmm.
That would be Valerie again. I'd say Valerie Mandahanu. She could be elite. I don't know what she's missing to get her there, but yeah, I think she could be another one that would contend.
Yeah. She played here in Lynchburg before. It's therefore,
she took on the great Peaks View Park.
Yeah.
Did pretty good. I mean, not as good as we did.
Championship disc golf course.
That's what's
1989.
on an official sign.
Yeah.
Yes. With Junkadunk.
For Junkadunk.
And that was cracking me up. Bajokovic. You know what? She's going to be really good at tennis. Very cool. All right. So we've got our picks for this week, player of the year on both sides, and kind of dark horses, even though I don't know how Haley King is a dark horse, but okay.
I didn't say you was.
I'm talking about you.
I
What
picked
did you
the dark
say?
horse, Brody Smith.
I said on the women's side, and you said Haley.
But I didn't say she was a dark horse. That's what
That
Derek
was the
said.
question.
What?
I said I'm going with Haley.
We were talking about.
Jason said I'm also going with Haley
Yeah.
for the dark
What?
horse.
Okay.
Okay,
I got
Jason,
really long.
who are you picking for the female dark horse player of the year? Not player of the year, but somebody that's going to step up this year. Who are you picking?
I said Haley.
Go ahead, Paige Pierce. Go ahead and say it.
Okay, Hannah Macbeth.
You done rode the wagon all night. You might as well throw Paige in there with Paul and Brody.
Yeah, you got to stay on the discraft side of life. All right,
Hannah
all
was
right.
a Nineveh, but
Yeah. So is Paul.
I know.
So was Paul.
Championship.
Back when Paul was good, he was with Anna. All right.
Who is this Drifter? He's pretty funny.
I don't know, but he's awesome. Or she.
I don't know, but we need to
It's
have him on.
individual. I
That's
should say he or
pretty
she. This
hilarious.
person is awesome. So, well, we gonna get the Planey this week because I know it's supposed to rain like the next 3 or 4 days. If anybody wants to play,
I have deliveries all week.
I'll be good tomorrow if you want to give me a holler in the morning.
if it's not raining.
I've got a window on Wednesday of like 2 hours.
Who wants to go to Missouri next week? That's where I'll be.
No.
I've
never lost nothing in Missouri. No.
You have to sit in the back in the dog crates with the dogs. But
That really ain't gonna happen. I promise you.
Oh,
I'll think about you though. You call me if you get tired. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, there you go. He'll put you right to sleep. The Leatherman girl still around? I don't know the Leatherman girl.
I don't know, but we need to have the Drifter Thrifters on next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need to figure out who this is. That's funny.
Yeah.
They're hilarious, especially if they played in Taiwan. They should probably have some more.
Oh, and by the way, I think also Australia, if I'm not mistaken, if I read that right earlier.
Yeah.
Missouri's got
what?
Missouri what?
Missouri has a lot of disc golf. I'm on U-Disc right now.
Yeah. That's probably not the ride for me, Todd. Sorry.
Who are we, guys? We have a disc golf podcast. We need to travel and play them all.
All right, so let's go to Florida. I know there's several courses in Florida I played.
But I did not play toboggan in Michigan, but I have played in Michigan. So
I do want to play Lake Marshall.
I played in Lynchburg and Bedford.
We should go to Lake Marshall. There's a tournament there on the Pro Tour.
Where is that at?
Silver Series. Lake Marshall's up near Strasburg, Fredericksburg area.
Okay, yeah, that's not far away. And
there's like a I think it's a Silver Series or something that's going to be there.
Silver Series. That's me and Daryl, ain't it?
Yeah, you
And
two.
It's for old people.
Some of the pros are going to be there.
Todd, you ain't old enough to play. I mean, Jason, you ain't old enough to play on the Silver Crew.
I'm gonna be 41 in a week.
Daryl gonna be 50 next month. After that.
and Derek's gonna be 50 one day before me next month. 2 months.
You're not gonna be 50.
Who?
10. Well, yeah, that's right. You're 9 years older than me.
Wow.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned 50. Then the next day, Daryl turns 50.
I'm 32 this year.
Wow.
That hurts.
32.
Hey, does your mom still change your diapers?
No,
No, that's just nasty. You know he's
Well, then who
married.
changes them?
Bobby.
Anyway, back to disc golf. Anything else? Because the train got off the tracks there at the end, as always. You guys got anything you want to talk about before we take off this week?
The multiverse. Let's talk about that.
Okay, so there's disc golf in the multiverse.
There's a new never mind.
Yeah. Bringing it back to the track. Bringing it back.
Yeah. It almost got
There's
to
a
the
new
track
train
and Jason took it right back off.
That's what I was going to say.
All right, guys.
We're good.
We're gonna go ahead and take off. Drifter, message me on Instagram and we see if we can't get you on next week if you want to.
That'd be hilarious because he's got some funny comments.
Yes, as long as we keep it family friendly, we're good to go.
Yeah.
All
Person
right, guys.
English. I don't know. It's from Australia.
Yeah.
You know what? Bring the Vegemite sandwiches with you, and we're good to go. All right, guys. That's it.
Bye, Daryl. Bye, Jason. Bye, Derek.
We're out.
Bye, Todd.
Yeah.
Bye, Todd.
And you guys.
Hopefully, Todd, I'll get to play disc golf with you at some point, so I can learn something.
Man. Let's do it.
Yeah. Teach Todd some stuff.
I can't teach nothing.
You know, there's proof of that. There's proof of that because he tried to teach me.
And then Daryl's like,
You're
no.
better than me.
You guys have an incredible day.
You too.